This is Providence Television International, the toast of today's television viewers. Don't be left out. Hello again, our viewers. We welcome you from Benin. This is Emmanuel Egariba. I would like to say welcome to all of you, wherever you are on the face of this planet. This is Providence Television International, and the program is Prime Movers. It's one of our highbrow programs on this station. And who is our guest today? A very special guest, an eminent Nigerian, a banker, an economist, ex-managing director of New Nigeria Bank back in Benin very many years ago. At the moment, is basking the euphoria of 85 years. He's a product of McGill University in Canada, also a PhD from University of Ottawa in Canada. And he's a fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, also a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management, a wonderful Nigerian, eminent Nigerian by our standards. I would like to welcome to this program today Dr. Moses Odaro. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you so much indeed. Where do we even start from? When we say you are a banker, you are an economist, how does that sync with you?
Well, banking is a special area in economics.
Yes, yes.
It's where I was still in my undergraduate days. I had an eye on what I would like to become.
You speak louder, yes.
I had my eye on what I would like to become after graduation.
Yes.
So I ensured that as many of those subjects that will help me in what I wanted to become will be among those that I studied in university. So a lot of it was banking and finance.
And you reached the pinnacle of your career by being the MD of the defunct New Nigeria Bank.
Well, the New Nigeria Bank is not defunct.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
They did a merger long after I had left.
Okay.
You know, they did a merger, and 8 other banks joined New Nigeria Bank to form what they now call Unity Bank.
Unity Bank.
Yeah, so the bank is still in existence.
Oh.
So wherever you see signboard of Unity Bank in Benin City, indeed
anywhere in the country,
in Benin City here, all of the properties that Unity Bank is using, they all belong to New Nigeria Bank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they were all set up during my.
So who was your predecessor in office as the MD of the bank?
My predecessor in office, a wonderful gentleman, Mr. Walter J. Anukwe.
Anukwe.
Yes. He's the one. He was the initial CEO of the bank. He was even more than CEO, because CEO, you are head of the executive. But he was equally the chairman of the board. So he had at least double powers. Yeah.
You are pretty close. That's him there. That's in that picture.
That's right. He's the one on the right.
On the right, yes.
Yes.
And that was Professor Ambrose Ali, I think.
Yeah, that was Governor.
Yes.
Professor Ambrose Felicia Ali.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Both of them are now
late.
Blessed
Memory.
memory.
Okay. What do you want people to know you by? What are the qualities that you always want people to talk about you?
Well, I would like to be remembered as a fair human being.
Okay.
One that was honest to the core. one that will not abuse opportunity, will not abuse his office. You know, certain people, when they get into position, they behave as they are no more, it's no more themselves that are there.
Okay.
Well, if there is any erring, my own would be on the side of humility.
All right.
Because many people would not know what I am. You know, seeing what I still do for myself.
Good.
So I cannot say more than that because I lived that through.
To posterity, maybe.
Yes.
Good.
Yes,
Good.
yes.
Good. Very good. Now let's talk about what you are doing at the moment. What keeps you occupied at 85?
Well, unfortunately, I didn't have retirement benefits. I served in New Nigeria Bank for 10 years.
Okay. As MD?
No,
Okay.
not as MD,
Okay.
including when I was subordinate to Walter Anope.
All right.
Yeah. You see, when politicians were coming in October 1979, Mr. Anope said he knew politicians too much and he didn't think he could stomach them.
Oh, okay.
So he would rather retire before they came in. So before October, he retired and I had to take over and face the politicians that were coming in. I personally have been hearing of politicians, but I had never actually had to confront them. So I was looking at them as if they were normal human beings. But what is going on today, you know that they are more than normal. The question you asked me is, what am I doing to survive? That's the question. Well, it's God. God is helping me.
Okay. Very good.
There are little investments that I was able to make. I even started making them before I ever got to Benin. Hotel Filomina in Benin City is well known.
Hotel Filomina.
Filomina.
Yes.
Which is at...
yes, that's it there.
That's Hotel Filomina. It's well known. In fact, it's a household word in Benin.
That's one of the first generation hotels, yeah?
Exactly. In fact, Benin City now, which is overflooded with hotels, many of them, it is from Hotel Filomina that they came to learn. Because everything in Hotel Filomina was custom made.
Purpose built.
Purpose built and custom made.
Okay.
Nothing that was like given to second best. The very best is what we aimed at. So those who have started hotel business today, many of them were not even designed as hotels. My own hotel, the late Oba Odeleye.
Yes, yes.
Oba of Owu in Abeokuta.
That's where Obasanjo comes from.
Exactly. In fact, he was Obasanjo's Oba. So he was my colleague when I was in McGill University. So he was doing his master's in architecture, while I was doing my master's in economics. So we both of us, when we finished our master's, he proceeded to Australia to do his PhD.
In architecture?
In the same architecture. I proceeded to Ottawa to do my own PhD.
Okay.
But when we returned to Nigeria, fortune brought us together again. And I was so happy. I told him my interest, a PhD in architecture. He decided to come with me to Benin to design
Hotel Filomina.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing.
And my immediate senior brother, engineer Sunday Odaro, he was one of the most experienced engineers in the whole state. So I had his services for free.
For free?
For free. Delay didn't charge me any money. He came to work for a friend. I only paid a token.
Oh.
So I was able to get Hotel Filomina started. And there is income I was making from Lagos because I had been interested in hotel keeping from the days I was a student in Canada. When we used to have the smaller hotels, which were called home away from home. So I brought that term to Nigeria, home away from home. But I didn't register it. And before I knew where I was, it had become like every other door they were advertising themselves, calling themselves home away from home.
Oh. Let me ask you this, sir. Why did you name it Hotel Filomina?
Well, you see, my own first wife, Filomina Modupe Odaro ne Yama.
Yes, that's a young woman there.
Yeah.
That was a marriage picture?
That is a picture of our marriage in August 1966. I graduated in 1965.
So a year after you got married?
Yes, because I was already on the way to going to Canada. And I was so much in love with Filomina that I said I would not allow anything to come between us. If I were to go without marrying her, maybe somebody will be able to convince me. And if I get to a stage in which. So I said that can never be allowed to happen. So within the few months that were available to me, we rushed and did the marriage. We did the marriage, as I said, August 27, 1966. I graduated June 1965.
Good.
So we just got married, and by September, that is question of days after the marriage, I was already out of the country.
Of the country, yes.
That's another long story.
Oh, yes. So it was long after. I understand that you lost her. What year was that?
I lost her in the process of the fourth child. We had planned to have 4 children. That is, if God helped us, 2 boys and 2 girls.
Okay.
So we had 2 boys, and she was in the process of delivering
the fourth child.
The 4th child, which also actually was a girl.
Oh.
See, the hotel, it wasn't called Filomina to start with.
Okay.
He was joining me to supervise everything that we were doing there. So in the process of childbirth, that very day that she passed away, she had already gone to work in Hotel Filomina.
What was it called? What was the hotel called before that?
It was called Famous.
Famous Hotel.
Filmos.
Oh, Filmos.
That is meaning Phil and Moses.
And Moses, a combination. Oh, beautiful.
That
beautiful.
was the name.
Oh.
So she departed suddenly. Up till tomorrow, I'm still crying.
Really? That's amazing.
And that is almost 50 years ago that she passed away. It was not easy for me.
That showed that picture again. Yes. Yes, that's right.
It was not easy for me to ever grow out of that shock.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, actually, as things happen, I was on a 3-month course in New York when she died.
Oh.
And I didn't know. You know, when something happens in a distance, you don't feel the impact. It's when it happens to you,
Yes.
that the message gets home. Before Filomina died, it didn't occur to me that a woman could die in the process of bearing a child.
Okay.
But she just disappeared like that. Within an hour of getting to the hospital,
Oh dear.
she was already gone.
Oh dear.
And that was the day that she still worked that day.
Oh no.
So I said, well,
what a shame. Yes.
the hotel has to bear her name. And that sentiment is still there.
It's still there.
Tomorrow.
Yes. In other words, she had 3 kids. Can we have this picture? Those 3 kids. Where are they now?
The 3 kids.
Yes.
The one on the right, the boy, that is on the right.
On the extreme right. Yes.
Yes. Is my first son.
Okay.
My first child, actually.
First child. Yes.
Yeah. His name is Bosa. And he was born during the time I was doing my master's in Canada.
In Canada.
And as a student, we were just strugglers. So my wife came to meet me in Canada a year after I had left. And when she came, before 2-3 months, she was already expecting a baby. I was saying, we were afraid. I said, well, to survive without a child is difficult. But then to come and add...
Oh, yeah.
And without saying the best thing is, okay, Bosa. So he has been popularly known as Bosa.
Bosa, okay.
Because other people from other parts of the world, they may make mistake pronouncing Bosa.
Right.
So we just say Bosa. So that is my first son. And the other one on the left is my second son. His name is Edosa.
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 And the lady there?
That lady...
Your first daughter?
Is my first daughter.
Yes.
Her name is Isoken.
Good. Beautiful. Beautiful.
I can address it.
Yes. That's a good one. I'm sure that her memories, Filomina's memory will continue to linger, apparently.
Forever.
Yeah, forever. So who is now the love of your life?
The love of my life today is Felicia.
Okay.
A bide, meaning what is beyond buying.
Yes.
A bide. Felicia, a bide. The father's name is Oriaifo.
Oriaifo.
So
she's a pharmacist?
Is in fact one of the topmost pharmacists in Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
When the Association of Lady Pharmacists started in Nigeria, She was the one that founded it, actually.
Really?
She was the first national president of the Association of Lady Pharmacists.
Pharmacist.
Okay. So her surname is compound. That is because professionally she has been so well known.
Okay. So she had to come. Yes.
The two of them
Together. Yes.
So it's my love, with the love of my life.
Oh, beautiful. Dr. Odaro, sir, I wouldn't fail to ask this. In all your years in service, do you have any moment that you would not love to remember?
Yeah, several moments. Several moments. Well, the first one, because I made me to know that human beings, they are not what they seem. They are not what you see on the face value.
Yes.
Far from it. When I returned from Canada, because I spent 5 years to get master's and PhD, and I was on the, what do you call it, in-service training from Central Bank. Central Bank was the very first bank that I worked, and because of the details of my degree, they gave me a job in the research department of Central Bank. So by the time I returned, after 5 years of postgraduate, several people that I was senior to had overtaken me, but the job they kept for me. So the certain people that had not even been employed, they were down to boss me. So they didn't, I didn't like that. So a lot of people joined me, urging me to fight the management. I should fight them, not knowing that they were not reliable. Okay, just go and fight them. The moment you start the fight,
they withdraw.
All of them will run away. Okay. You will not be alone.
Yes.
You will be sacrificed. So that is at the end of the day, Central Bank asked me to resign, because if I wasn't happy with the position I was in, and you'll be surprised what some people can do, prosecution or whatever. They can hire people to come and testify against you. People who have never known you before, they will come and tell you, "Are you not Emmanuel? You and I, we had dinner together yesterday." But it's all lies.
Okay.
To give evidence that will favor the person that gave them the job.
In other words, you could not rely on people who were close to you as such.
No, more than that. The people who said this management are not good, they will join me to fight. Among them, you had people that will go to court to testify against you, that you came back to Nigeria, you said you won't work, and Central Bank should go to hell. But I never said anything like that.
Exactly.
I had the mind of working until close to retirement, before going out to set up my own banking and finance consultancy.
Okay.
But I was disappointed.
Do you still trust people?
Unfortunately, I still do, but it's a mistake. Most people, I fall into the mistake of taking You know, those who are close to me, they describe me as an incurable optimist.
Optimist.
I'm always looking at the good side of things. As bad as things are with us now in Nigeria, I still continue to believe that it's not going to get worse tomorrow, and tomorrow is going to get better. That is built into me. So I continue to trust people, even though a lot of people have let me down.
Are you putting all of this into some kind of memoirs or a book form?
Yes, I'm in the process. I've been in it, but I don't know whether it's providence. That is
Providence.
that is causing my not being able. But I want to be sure that I finish my memoir while I'm still breathing.
Yes.
Because in a country in which the average life expectancy, I think it's still around 50 or less. I hope I'm right.
Yes, yes.
Someone that has reached my current age, can he afford not to be grateful to God?
You should be grateful to God.
Should be grateful to God. So I don't know how many more days I have left, but I trust in God as an optimist.
Yes.
That He would continue to guide me, to protect me, to be with me all the days I remain. And one of the things that I have left to do is to write this memoir.
Have you given it a title yet?
I will not give it a title until
Yes.
because the title has to bear the contents.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Let's talk about the way the economy is at the moment. You're an economist, a seasoned international economist. Any hope for us in this country?
That is what I have been saying, that I'm an optimist. I continue to have hope. The reason why things are as bad with us,
Yes.
the government can only take a little fraction of the blame. It's you and I that are more guilty than the government.
Well,
Instead of us to eat what we can produce in our own compound here, we won't eat that one. We believe that it's not a symbol of our status. Instead of eating cassava, you want to eat potato. You want to eat, foreign food. All the foreign foods, they are bought with a currency that you don't have.
okay.
Look at our streets. See the number of vehicles. I believe, if I can hazard a guess, more than 60% of them are from Japan alone.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
They are from Japan alone. We don't make anything here. We don't make anything that features into the car that we want to ride.
Okay.
It's a pity. The days passed when Nigeria was more buoyant, more constructive than today. We had assembly of most of the popular cars. We had a Peugeot, we had Volkswagen, and I think there's another one again, which I cannot remember immediately. They were all being assembled in Nigeria. You assemble them in Nigeria, the cost the price that each person will buy will not be as high as when you import the vehicle complete. You know. But now, the fact that that situation is no more.
If you were, let me just cut in, sir. If you were appointed today as a consultant to the federal government, what would be the plank of your advice to the federal government?
It will be along what I'm saying now. If you continue to beg people with currency that they don't need, as Naira.
Naira, yes.
Naira is of no value outside Nigeria.
Yes.
Even in Nigeria now, the value is so tiny because the currency has been so depreciated, no more than devalued and depreciated. So you continue to push more and more of that currency in obedience to the laws of supply and demand. The more of a particular item that you supply, the lower the price will be. I mean, the higher that you demand of a particular good, the higher the price will be.
Okay.
Okay. So the foreign currency, you continue to demand it because you have to buy things that you cannot produce. And therefore, the price of foreign currency must continue to rise.
Okay.
So if you don't want the currency price to rise, try to produce what you consume.
What you consume, yes, that's true.
Let the vehicles we use, let them, as much as possible, be, at least they are not manufactured in Nigeria, let them be assembled in Nigeria.
But that reminds me, one of your cars is a Cadillac, which was elitist in nature, by the way.
Yeah.
Can we have a picture of that? Beautiful car, though.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Beautiful car.
Well,
yes.
I bought this car, one in town.
One in town, yes.
And this Modupe you are seeing there was my dwelling house. Modupe was the middle name of Filomina.
Filomina.
So the hotel was called Filomina.
And the house was called Modupe.
She wasn't around as I was building it. She had already gone.
Oh.
But it's a remembrance.
Oh no.
That car is the pride of America. As Rolls Royce
is the pride of
the UK, so is Cadillac the pride of America.
Do you still have it?
I still have it, although I don't have the privilege of using it that often anymore. We don't even have the kind of roads that this kind of car can ply. So I bought that car because up to that time I had bought Mercedes-Benz car up to 3 times. And I said, if it is possible, let me buy one that I have not used before. And this very one is not, it's something of aspiration. So
was it your dream car?
It was my dream car. I fell in love with it. I saw this car in the showroom in New York during one of my I told you that I was doing a course in New York.
Yes.
It was during one of my visits.
It seems to me you were able to meet some world leaders, for example, in the course of your career. You were quite exposed, yes.
Yes. I met a number of world leaders during the time I was away. Like the World Management Forum. It used to be called European Management Forum. when they started it about really 80s.
Hmm.
I was one of the first Nigerians that attended
Okay.
that World Management Forum,
Hmm.
and it's usually held in Davos,
Switzerland.
Switzerland. So I went there, just like I've been to courses in many parts of the world.
Hmm.
So during that time, I was privileged to have a one-on-one contact with the late Harold Wilson.
Harold Wilson.
Who was Prime
okay.
Minister
Prime Minister, yes.
of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
there he is.
Yes.
I have met him. And Ford Foundation, Ford, the man that started making of Ford cars, and Rockefeller.
Hmm. You also met Rockefeller?
Rockefeller,
Hmm.
Rockefeller. That is Rockefeller, and me as a young man
As a young man, yes.
doing a course with Chase Manhattan Bank.
Yeah.
Chase Manhattan Bank is one of the largest banks in the whole world.
That's true. That's true.
So I had privilege of doing a lot of course with them, because they run almost like a university.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So I met that the man that started the Chase.
At 85, will you say that there are a few things you learned from your parents?
Obviously, I don't think there's anyone who doesn't learn from his parents.
Okay.
My father was a very highly industrious person.
All right.
He was very industrious, and he was always ready to work round the clock.
Okay.
And rather than be a beggar, he would work
To get paid.
to make the family, keep the
Yes.
family going. My father and my mother, they are the ones that brought us into the Anglican Church.
Cool. Okay.
So up to today, I am still in the Anglican Church, because I saw them even when they were also young, learning the catechism of
Of the church.
and so on, until they passed the exam to get baptized and later confirmed. My mother was such a person that never got offended. There is not a thing on earth that you can do that my mother would be offended. And
So who did you take after? Your mom or your dad?
both of them.
Ah. Oh, that's interesting.
If you visit my mother 10 times a day, you will meet her on her knees.
Oh, she was that humble?
Yes, praying, non-stop. It was too cool.
You pray as often as she did?
No way. God is in my mind every moment of the day.
Yes.
But I'm not able to formalize it by kneeling so many times a day. But I pray continuously.
Continuously.
Yes.
Yes.
My father, don't try him. If you try him, now you know.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. We are going towards the tail end now. At 85, are you lonely these days? Are you lonely?
I can tell you that I am. Even though I have a loving wife
Yes.
at home. You see, the kind of things that used to keep one sociably active all the time.
Yes.
Who do you relate with? Is it not your age mates or your colleagues?
Most of them are gone.
Oh, God. Even my own family, my 2 senior brothers, long gone. My 2 younger brothers, long gone. See, I was born into a family with 6 children. Then father, mother, making 8 of us. Out of the 8 of us, it's only 2, myself and my sister, that now remain. All are gone. So obviously, because in those days, we were also fond of each other. That there's not a day that either you are visiting or one is visiting. We will always have cause to meet.
Yes. Okay.
Every day.
Okay.
After we had worked in different parts of the country and of the world.
Of the world, yes.
So
yes.
we came to settle in Benin, and cannot imagine a day that I wouldn't drop by to see my parents.
Really?
Every day, I would, anywhere I'm going, I will pass here. Even as CEO, who was over busy as a banker, I will still pass my father's house.
That's wonderful. That's
to
wonderful.
see him. So
that's wonderful. Your father was monogamous.
Yes, it's only my wife that he had.
Your mother.
Only my mother that he had.
Okay.
So all 6 of us were born by the same woman.
The same parents.
The same woman.
Good.
So as far as friends are concerned, I cannot count how many have gone.
Who was your best friend of the lot?
Dr. Ayudubie Igbenovia, a very well-known physician all over. You see, in our happy mood, Dr. Ayudubie Igbenovia, it wasn't very long that we knew ourselves. I knew him just before I entered university for my undergraduate. But from that time until he passed away 10 years now, never a day that we would not communicate.
Really?
Never a day. In fact, in those days in Benin, when we were much younger, we would be on the phone to each other until sleep will overtake us.
Are you serious?
Continuously chatting.
Oh.
Continuously chatting.
And when he died, there was no replacement?
It's not possible. It's really not possible to replace.
That's true. That's true.
I have other friends. Many of my friends. Professor Onyeoma Edebiri was a very close friend of mine.
Oh, Union
was a very close friend of mine. And he was so close to me that when my wife and only son, they were coming from Canada to Nigeria, it is Onyeoma Edebiri I sent them to in Paris.
Oh, really?
Onyeoma was doing his PhD in French. Where I was doing my PhD in economics. And things were a bit tough for me at that time. And I said, okay, my dear wife, take Bosa and you people start going to Benin. I will join you.
Okay.
Because I knew I had about 6 months to go.
Beautiful.
You write your PhD thesis. Until they come out to shake hands with you that you have made it, you're never sure.
Good. Beautiful.
Because your local examiners, they are different from the external examiners.
Examiners, yes.
Because the external examiners will come, and if they, so my first attempt, they had some queries for me to answer. So I now said, okay, before I answer these queries, 6 months will vanish. So you post start going, and I will meet you. That is how I sent them to meet Union at Debiri.
Okay.
And we had enough money with us to buy 2 Peugeot cars, because Nigeria was known, in fact, it was the best customer of Peugeot.
That's true. That's true.
So we bought a Peugeot 504, which was the deluxe of those days.
Exactly.
And in addition, we bought a Peugeot 404 station wagon, because we're always thinking of what we can use to make a little bit more money come.
Really?
So I said, well, my wife will not go to Benin to sleep. There must be something. So that was why we bought but very, very sad. The day one of his children called me and said, Papa took his last breath. I said, what do you mean by last breath?
Oh, dear.
He never told me that he was ill. Never a time did I get any warning that this man was ill. So that's how he passed.
Oh dear. Well, may so rest in peace.
Amen.
You're an economist of world reckoning.
Yes.
And Nigeria has produced a lot of very seasoned economists.
Yes.
Do you have any idol amongst them?
Dr. Pius Okibo.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Pius Okibo earned himself, not awarded, up to 9 degrees.
9 degrees.
He was a man who
Dr. Pius Okibo.
Yes. Dr. Pius Okibo, oh, look at him.
That's him there.
With white hair like myself.
Oh yes. Are you surprised?
Dr. Pius Okibo was Nigeria's first ambassador to the European Common Market, when they were calling it AEC or something like that. It was Nigeria's, in fact, it was Nigeria's economic advisor to government. In those days, when Nigeria was Nigeria, they used to have economic advisor.
Yes.
But do they still have such a thing now?
No, absolutely not.
The ones that are advisors are the colleagues in politics. So, Pius had.
Well, thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. This has been a journey. We're kind of odyssey, but it will continue, obviously, because you're a man of the world, and we're very proud of you as an eminent citizen of this state, for example. And that's where we draw the curtain, but not permanently, because we'll have you again on some other programs. Well, let me say,
I thank you.
Yes,
for
thank
the
you.
privilege.
Yes, thank you very much.
This interview.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Because
much.
a lot of people are not aware that I'm still alive.
Oh, really?
Because I don't feature on television anymore. In fact, they don't see me, and people don't care about you unless when you have something to do for them.
That's true. Absolutely.
So I'm happy that you have interviewed me today.
Yes.
And maybe some people will say,
oh, he's still much around.
That they say, this man is still there.
So we thank you, sir. We thank you. It's been a privilege of mine. And at 85, you're still going on strong. We wish you many more years.
Thank you.
On the face of the earth. And our guest today has been Dr. Moses Odaro. You cannot miss that name, because he was the former managing director of a New Nigeria Bank at its peak at that time, product of McGill University in Canada, also a product of University of Ottawa in Canada. That's where he had his PhD, of course. And fellow of the Chartered Institute of Bankers, a great one, and also a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of Management, FNIM. And that's our guest, prominent Benin man, very prominent indeed, and very proud Benin man as well. So we thank you very much, sir, for coming.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you. We'll, yes, we'll just have the handshake again, hoping that that will be a blessing for us. Thank you so much.
You are blessed.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is Emmanuel Egareva. The program has been Prime Movers, and it's our hope that this has been viewed all over the world by a very distinguished audience. I'll be back with you some other time. Bye now.